McDermott for Area TV, and we are here at SIGGRAPH 2011 in Vancouver. And we have the special pleasure of speaking with Pierre Raymond, who is the president and head of operations of Hybride Technologies. Hybride is celebrating their 20th year in post-production and visual effects, and it's really a treat to have you here, Pierre. Thank you.
I'm pleased, thank you.
So tell me, how does it feel to celebrate 20 years in post-production?
Well, the first feeling is it's hard to believe first, being in VFX for 20 years. And mainly, you just feel half of the time. I have the feeling that we started this company 10 years ago. And when I talk to the rest of the crew and all of the employees, it's mainly the same thing for everybody. Like, I guess it's many good hours and a lot of satisfaction there.
Excellent. And what are some of your favorite moments in the past 20 years that you've experienced?
From the engineering or technical side is definitely the move from the SD to the HD when we bought the first Flame, and that was in 1994. The rest was mainly from an artistic point of view, able to push image processing in post-production for film. And I will say that Sensity, as far as the look was concerned, that give us a chance to move on 300 was one of the benchmark of our company.
And specifically about technology, what have you seen that's evolved the most in the past 20 years?
It changed entirely. In a 20 years period, we moved from, well, we start Hybrid with a full digital suite right from the beginning, but it was like a regular broadcast kind of system with mixers and tape recording, and it started to move on computer and get rid of all of the regular broadcast way to do things, and we moved from real time to processing time, which is on a certain way might be a problem for many people, but the result on screen was not achievable by real time, and when we move in film, obviously the processing time provide us some visual impact that we were dreaming of for so many years. Like, for me, that was the main key about this change over the last 20 years.
And so now you're part of Ubisoft. How have you seen sort of the merging of film and games technology, and what's your impressions on that?
We from the film industry had the feeling that the game and the film were two parallel kind of industry that were moving as a complement to each other. But they were not really parallel. They were going to cross each other down the road no matter when, and we decided to push that moment as soon as we can. But when you think about that, cinema is roughly 100 years old, and the first 50 years was not the biggest art impact. It took 50 years for the cinema in roughly the 1950-55 to start really to move up, and now we're having the art impact as the cinema is providing for people. When you think about it, the game is now here for 50 years. The first game was in 1960. And now, we start to understand and realize that they're also moving on the art part of the gaming industry. And it will happen. It's following exactly the same track that in an industry that just started 50 years before.
Yeah. And so if you have any words of wisdom for young artists or people wanting to start their own post-production company, what do you think you would tell them with 20 years experience?
First, I think they're very lucky now because manufacturer, as Autodesk, is providing demos that they're able, to download, work with, or it's not the same thing that when I started, it was very difficult for young animators or artists to have a job in a company, to learn the software, very difficult. Because the system were very costly, you did not have a chance to have them or to train them or to having them trained on the system because you were worried to lose materials. That changed entirely now. The other thing I would like to tell them is to be not only specialized in one specific software. To take an example of Autodesk, if you are a 3D graphic animator or a modeler or a texture lighting guy, learn Maya, learn Softimage, learn everything you can as far as the software is concerned to not be specifically specialized in. It's like asking to a taxi driver to only drive one kind of car. It doesn't make any sense. And this way you can borrow tricks, understanding, and it's giving you a better ticket for the future.
Well, thank you very much, and really a heartfelt congratulations from Autodesk and everyone in the community, because 20 years is a significant milestone, so it's really great.
Very happy about it.
Thanks very much for watching SIGGRAPH 2011 on Area TV.